Hey, what is up, you guys? It's me, Ultra, and tonight we're gonna recap the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days. We got to see some very explosive moments with Chitty and Renee. Apparently, Renee and Chitty have both sort of broken their NDAs and they've gone on to talk about their relationship, where Chitty said that he was worried for his safety because she was talking about him being ready to be sacrificed by vampires and werewolves, and she's continuing to talk about this alien thing. And she had mentioned that TLC actually edited her in a very unfavorable light, and that they had forced her to hold up her own underwear and say, oh yeah, these are clean. But I don't think that any level of editing could have made her look like she did. Those facial expressions that she had were wild.
Let that chicken live.
Like how her lips were twitching and she's like all crazy. Like that actually really scared me a lot. And that was when they were talking about purchasing the chicken, but she does eat chicken, so it's a little bit weird. She kind of scared the sister.
You suck on its leg, I ain't gonna. Do you eat chicken? Oh yeah.
And I get the sense that this is a self-fulfilling prophecy, because she talked about how she always had an intuition that the sister would come in the way, but her own behavior is really what's preventing her from being on good terms with him or his family, because she tends to have a very explosive temper and it's just not appropriate. They also discussed the fact that he's choosing to be celibate and she's not cool with that. She's not respecting that. And to me, on one hand, I can understand where she's coming from, because she wants to feel desired. Somebody doesn't want to hook up with you, that's a boundary that you should respect. Like either you're in the relationship or you get out, because you can't just force people to do things with you. You know, it just doesn't work that way. So she mentioned that she felt extremely rejected by Chitty because she had never been cuddled or held hands, the same thing. But there's something about this woman that is very unsettling, and she's not even that bad looking. She has nice big eyes. It's just like she seems like she's completely gone mentally. She's not even living on the same planet as we do. So I felt very sorry for Chitty. And then she was cleaning. She seemed rather manic. She has these intrusive thoughts. I'm technically not a psychologist, but it was a little bit odd how much she was just like cleaning, and I felt like that could have been also a manipulation tactic, because she was saying that she's so unhappy at sleeping alone that she has to go out of her way to clean. She also mentioned that she didn't like the fact that the sister was there guiding him, because she wanted to be the one to have that role.
Spiritually, if you and me are not seeing eye to eye by now, almost 5.5 years later, the fact that you're letting religion step in the way of what you knew was between us, like that's messed up.
Then she actually realized that the urban planning is not that great and it was very precarious. There's a lot of hazards, so she was in fact happy that the sister was there. I think that the sister does not like her right off the bat, and I don't think that they can come back from this. It doesn't seem like Chitty fully likes her that much either, although he was very excited when she first came, and you could tell by his expressions, because since he can't really see himself, his expressions are a lot more out there, I guess. It's super cute actually, but it kind of went sour between them. A lot of the stuff that she does is just a turn off to him, so we'll see what happens next. But she already blasted all of her stuff publicly.
Does not mean I don't understand you.
She's claiming that she's a Christian. She doesn't believe in the laws or whatever, and she believes that if two people are meant to be together, they don't have to get a paper. And she was also talking about how Chitty's like a bad person and curse him and all this stuff, and I don't know who says that, but okay.
As a girl, you've given me nothing. It's not right.
Then we got to see Loren and Faith.
A girlfriend test. It's a crazy thing. It's like grade school and It's a kind of weird.
Loren reveals actually on the next episode that he's intending on staying there forever, and Faith does not seem happy about this because she says that he knew the whole time that she wanted to come to the United States, but then he tells them, oh, I'm actually homeless there, and it's like, huh? Like, what? Like, what a nasty surprise, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to hear that.
I plan on staying in the Philippines forever. I really have to develop this quickly. She has to also agree to the idea of this plan of me staying here forever.
Faith sort of hints at the fact that he's a little bit avoidant. It's kind of hard to tell when he's gonna withdraw his emotional affection. For him to expect to be supported in the Philippines but also be in an open relationship is a lot to ask. Faith actually seems very nice and very sweet. She did mention that she doesn't want to hop right into the intimate things because while she does have experience with that, she's never truly had a boyfriend.
Finally here. We're doing what we can for each other.
Yeah, I want to take it slow. This is my first boyfriend. This is the first relationship that I have. My fear is to I heartbroken.
I think she's gonna be in for a lot of heartbreak, and it turns out that the man actually has 2 kids that he abandoned and does not support financially, so he does have a ton of baggage, and he's just not a good guy. He really creeps me out. He gives me like Buffalo Bill kind of vibes, you know? We're gonna see what happens with that. So then we also saw the marriage of Tigerlily with Adnan. She had a lot of surprises sprung onto her about the family being there and various things that she was not really happy about.
Kind of terrifying. My gut feeling is telling me that Adnan is the one for me.
Then she got to see that he was in fact very controlling to an almost like psychotic level. He just gives me like the psycho killer kind of vibes with the eyes and everything. He was timing the hairdresser saying no man touches you and only 5 more minutes for your hair, and watching her like a hawk. Like I was like, whoa.
It's going to be extremely difficult to follow these rules, not be around any man at all. I don't know how he's going to handle that. It definitely worries me.
I don't think that I would be happy about that, but I guess it is what it is. So then they had the wedding. The mom did like her. They were feeding her. At first she wasn't really that down with the feeding part, but she liked the part where they were all holding her up in the air, and she felt that that was super nice. Her family and friends are concerned about it because they're stating that that's why her previous marriage ended, was because the man was controlling. But I think she's gonna try to make this work somehow, even though there's a ton of red flags and it's very clear that they don't actually know each other and they probably should not have jumped into this marriage. Then we had Brian and Ingrid, and I think this one's probably going to be very juicy because Brian was talking about how he has the catheter and he needs the bag for his urine collection, and she seemed extremely turned off by this, and she said she did not want to talk about this the first day, and he was, you know, explaining how things work with him in the bedroom, and I don't think that she's into him at all, and when he reveals that story, I don't see it going over very well. And especially based on the preview, she's just extremely turned off by him and she can't even hide it. There's no chemistry there. And I would be also, because the man is like searching for somebody younger. Not only does he have this serious disability, which I'm not saying that he's any less than, but I think that he's trying to prove something to himself. So he's just got a lot of things to overcome, like his age, his disability, and I don't think that this woman is really gonna find him that appealing in the long run. Then we also got to meet a new couple, and this was the lady that essentially brings her ex-boyfriend to South Africa, and there's an element of control there and jealousy.
There's an insecurity and trust issues. One of the issues that we have is Veah's ex-boyfriend. I think it's not a good idea to talk to exes.
So their names are actually Veah and Sunny. Sunny is a very cute guy that's from South Africa. He has these beautiful blue eyes. He looks very young. He seems to be very, very controlling of her. So the fact that she's planning on having her ex come out, and she claims because she has nobody there and he knows how to travel.
I mean, it could up my whole relationship. With my anxiety being so bad, there's no way I can travel to South Africa without Rory.
Is gonna be extremely explosive because that's a huge betrayal. We're gonna see more of what's gonna happen with that couple. I'm very curious what you guys thought about this episode, and if you guys have seen any of Renee's crazy outbursts yet. I've been searching for a pair of glasses. I found these really cute Ray-Bans. I used to wear this Club Masters, but my cheeks were chubbier. I found these ones that are a little bit thinner. They're the 6375 model, but they're kind of hard to find. So they're a little bit more classy, but they're also just super cute. I'm working on getting those, and I'm starting school soon. So it's exciting because I'm gonna get my grants, and I've been quite broke. So yeah, guys, I'm very curious. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the show, or anything you want to talk about. If you want to talk about your life or anything cool, fun that you've been listening to or watching, let me know down below. And yeah, love you guys so much. Bye, guys.